making their case for a multi-billion-dollar stadium and entertainment complex in Brook Park. Now they're calling on the state to sell hundreds of millions of dollars in bonds to be used toward the project, which they say will be repaid through revenue. Spectrum News 1 reporter Norma McEwen has the latest on their plans and shares how lawmakers are responding.
The Cleveland Browns are standing by their ask to state lawmakers to sell $600 million in bonds to finance a new stadium and entertainment complex in Brook Park. The Haslam Sports Group, which owns the Browns, projects revenue brought in from the new stadium will be more than enough to cover the cost of those bonds. In an Ohio House Committee Tuesday, the Browns' General Counsel Ted Tai-Wong also announced the team will provide a $38 million upfront payment to the state that could be tapped into in case the new revenue stream is not sufficient as an added protection for Ohio taxpayers.
And I'll just point out that this idea of cash collateral doesn't really exist in sports facility funding. This would be kind of the first time, as far as we know, that an upfront payment has been done.
The proposal for the Brook Park project estimates a total cost of $2.4 billion for the stadium, and Tai-Wong says the Haslam Sports Group intends to invest another $1 billion into development around the stadium. The Browns are seeking $1 billion in public funding toward the project, $600 million from the state, and an additional $600 million locally. Tai-Wong says RSL Co., a national consulting firm, predicts having a stadium that's enclosed will bring more events and therefore more revenue to the region.
We're so fortunate to have this site that Dome Stadium can anchor a major mixed-use development that's driving tremendous activity year-round, that there's enough fiscal impacts or direct tax revenues to support the investment we're asking for, and then some.
While some state lawmakers expressed support for the plan, others, like Representative Dontavius Gerals, raised concerns over whether investing so heavily in stadiums is a good use of public funds, and whether the new development could pull economic activity away from hubs like downtown Cleveland.
We are dealing with real issues in Ohio, and we don't have enough money to address every issue. There are children who are going hungry. There are lack of housing options.
Tai-Wong says the Browns' ask is not a handout and reiterates the loan will be paid back when the new complex starts turning revenue.
There are no existing revenues that we're taking. It's not like we're taking from a health and human services budget at the state or at the local level for our ask. It is only revenues that are generated by the project.
For Spectrum News, I'm Norma McEwen.
All right, Nora, thank you. Haslam Sports Group is seeking a $600 million bond issuance between Cuyahoga County and the city of Brook Park. That would cover the rest of the public portion of the funding plan. County Executive Chris Ronayne says he's not comfortable with the risk of investing in new development after putting significant public funding into the development of downtown Cleveland, including a plan for a renovated lakefront stadium. Now, the mayor of Brook Park says he's being careful to ensure that this deal will make fiscal sense for the city, but he says he's confident that the details will be worked out soon.
Here in the city of Brook Park, we've been doing a lot of our due diligence with utilities, making sure that this is affordable for ourselves, and I would say that we're pretty close to making sure that we can move forward with the things that are necessary to make this a reality.
The Browns' lease on the current stadium ends in 2028. The city of Cleveland and the team's owners are suing each other in state and federal court over the decision to move.